What's going on? I hope you're amazing. So today's video is all about personal development, hiring a business coach, looking and understanding what things you need to look for when it comes to either working with a business coach, hiring a business coach, or looking to go down that personal development route. There's a lot of things that I have experienced and know from my my own business and my own life. I have invested over $100,000 over the course of the last 2 to 3 years, and I've got a couple of things to share. I've got a 5-step checklist. Let's roll the intro. So for those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Alan Howle. This video channel is all about bringing out your creativity, bringing out your imagination, really understanding your own uniqueness so that you can apply it to things like business, to life, to your relationships, and so on. So today's topic is all about personal development. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, I've spent a pretty penny on personal development coaches, programs, masterminds, you name it, right? And I have had some really unique experiences, and I've also good experiences and negative experiences at the same point. So I've got a 5-step checklist. Now, before I go into my checklist, for anyone who's sitting there going, why would you spend so much money to do, personal development? It's not actually as uncommon as you think. Please understand that people go to university, colleges, do different degrees, and spend the equivalent to get qualified for jobs that they may not actually go ahead with. Now, there's incredible lawyers and doctors and all those other people who, will begin to getting paid over the course of a period of time. But effectively what we're talking about here is educating yourself through experiences, through knowledge, through someone else's knowledge, who's going to be able to potentially help you to get ahead in life, maybe learn the lessons and shortfalls of this person so that you either don't have to go through them, or if you do still have to go through those lessons and experiences, you can do it with ease, grace, and flow. So I look at it, even with the people that I've worked with who weren't necessarily a fit, I do not regret a single dollar that I have spent in this process, because I've been able to leave my full-time job in the corporate world, now able to work for myself, hired my wife, have an incredible team across Australia and doing some really cool things. And I really I own my own time. And as a result of that, I'm much happier and everything else. So to my 5-step checklist. Number 1 is do your research. Okay. Now this is really important because effectively you don't want to be working with someone who you don't actually want to emulate their morals, their values, and everything else. I have a way of thinking of it, can I see myself doing the exact same thing, using the exact same morals, values, principles, habits, things like that this person may be using, regardless of whether it's in the same industry or not? Can I see myself emulating those same things? And if you can't see yourself doing this, there's a good chance that this person may not be a fit for you. The other thing I would suggest to do your research on is look at who are they working with. And, often coaches and mentors will go and publish all these screenshots of money and things like that. Who are the people that they're working with and are actually getting the results? What you need to understand is that not one coach fits all, not one person or strategy fits all. And for that reason, is this person working in the e-commerce space, or are they working in the service-based space? Are they helping businesses who are at $1 million plus and able to do some simple strategy? Are these people helping people who are just starting a business? These are really important questions to ask yourself and really understand when you're doing your research. Because if they're consistently helping people overcome common things, then they'll easily be able to help you to overcome the exact same things during that process as well. So just to recap, it's really important to understand what it is that they're even speaking, the way that they speak, the way that they talk, the way that, they do things. Can you see yourself doing those same things? Can you see yourself actually getting the success that you need and want with this specific person? If that's yes, tick. So checklist point number 2 is be specific. This is so important because a lot of people don't actually know what it is that they want. They'll have a broad guideline on wanting to achieve a certain, outcome, whether it's monetary or, want to do this or want to do that. But can I suggest to you, actually, before you go and speak to anyone, actually stop and write some notes on what are some things that I really need help with? Is it your sales process? Is it getting the people across the line? Is it building a network? Is it whatever it is, right? Because what will happen, and this happened to me about 3 years ago, is I approached a business coaching company and I knew that I wanted help, right? I knew I wanted help building a business, but what I specifically needed help with, and I couldn't articulate this at the time, I actually needed help with building sales and backing myself, backing my own ability, backing my own confidence, backing my product, right? They then took me into, they asked a few questions and then took me on and started working with them. But what I found during that process is, because I didn't know what it is that I wanted, I wasn't able to articulate it and tell them. And then because I wasn't able to tell them, I was taken through this structure and ended up, working on this Excel spreadsheet, talking about, filling out how many people I've called or whatever the case is. And it just wasn't helping. The system and structure wasn't actually helping me to get to where I needed to be. What I needed was someone to help me to understand how to back myself during that process. And so as part of that, that's where if you're not specific, the person doesn't know what to help you with, they're going to apply their own system and structure. And so the more specific that you can be, the more that you're going to get out of it. And then the more that you get out of it, the more that you can do and achieve through that process as well. Number 3 on the checklist, and this is my biggest fucking pet hate, is coaches and mentors or anyone in the personal development world using fear-based tactics to get people across the line. This is just a big fucking no-no for me. And as you can tell, I've started swearing. I'm extremely passionate about this because here's the thing. When someone is working with you, a coach or a mentor, to help you overcome barriers and things that have previously stopped you in the past, there's a process that you need to go through in identifying what is your cognitive dissonance. Now, I may have butchered what it is effectively understanding where you are and where you want to go. Now, there's a gap here, right? There's a gap of things that you need to either do, achieve, action that you need to take, whatever the case is. Now, a good coach will build you up and help you to understand that you have unique gifts and help you to build the courage to take that leap of faith and get to where it is that you're looking to go. A shitty coach or someone who uses fear-based tactics will make you feel like a piece of shit, will make you feel insignificant, and potentially do things like just use tactics to then sell you the next program, then sell you the next product, and then sell you the next thing, right? And not actually help you identify the things that you need help with, okay? And these fear-based tactics are things that the moment you identify it, you should completely avoid the person. There are healthy ways of building scarcity, limiting like where we talk about limiting numbers or, things like that. But it's about being transparent and it's not being a wanker, honestly. I think in Australia here, we value honesty, we value integrity. And specifically for Australians, our bullshit radar is high. So we know when someone is talking shit, okay? And so really understanding that these fear-based tactics will not help you ever. Someone who really has your best intent and really has your best interest at heart will always help you build up your courage, your self-belief, your confidence, and all those other things to help you get to where you need to go. And it's not always about selling you the next product, the next program, or whatever the case is, okay? Really pay attention to this. Checkpoint number 4, and this is looking at how much time you get one-on-one. Now, to everyone, this is going to be different, and I completely understand that this is probably something that's probably more important to me than anyone else. But I am really big on having one-on-one time. And that's because I know that if I can, like, if there's always going to be a system, a structure, a process that can help someone. But if I know that I have someone, like if someone's got my back during the process, I know that I personally perform a lot better, no matter what it is. With my personal trainer at the moment, with focusing on my health, with coaches and mentors and everyone else. Now, not everyone offers that one-on-one time, and sometimes you need to pay a little bit extra, or whatever the case is. But really look to understand as much as you can learn from, like, especially in group coaching environments, you're actually going to learn a lot. You're actually probably going to learn about, 30 to 50% of what you need to learn through the experiences of other people. You may then obviously learn another portion through modules and any other training that you've got to go through. But what you want to be able to do is you want to take, the experiences of the other people, the modules that you're learning, and then being able to have the opportunity to ask questions so that you can apply it to your own life, so that you can apply the principles and everything else. Now, if you're finding a coach or a program who's all just about churning the numbers and not really giving you the time and the space to ask those valuable questions, or get in and learn as much as you possibly can, you really need to consider if this is something that's right for you. And number 5, this is probably my best hack in making sure that you get the best return on investment, is become an A-class student. Become more than an A-class, A++++, whatever, right? Hear me out. Every program or every mentor where I have not only exceeded my own expectations, but exceeded theirs, and I really mean that, are the ones where I took and fucking embodied everything that they taught and went deeper and studied it and did more than I was required to do. Okay, if they said, like, I'll give you a perfect example. I have a coach, an amazing mentor of mine, Alex Tripod, who said to me, this was before I left my full-time job, and she said, meditating twice a day, in my program I talk about at least trying to meditate once a day, but if you can meditate twice a day, you're going to see results a lot quicker, right? And so I took her up on it, and within 3 to 4 months, I'd left my full-time job. Now, there's many, many more situations and circumstances that were at play there, but all I'm saying, and coming back to the point, is that not only take up what the person's telling you to do, but just go above and beyond, because this is your life, this is your business, this is your future. And if you're really going to make the most of this, embody, focus, take on what this person is saying, what they're sharing. And when you really go those extra steps, you will then see and understand many more things about you and your own process and your own journey that's going to help you not only bring out the best in you, but also allow you to be able to serve others and the wider community and all those amazing things. So I hope this 5-step checklist really helped you. I wish I watched a video like this 3 years ago, but the long and short of it is what it is. I've had these incredible experiences to help me understand what it is that I'm looking for and what I'm looking to do. So I hope these tips have really helped and served. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for more goodies around these sorts of topics, really bringing out your own uniqueness, what to look for, all those other things. Signing out, go get it.